Welcome, food travelers. I'm Micah.
And I'm Simon.
We're here in Las Vegas. Today we're heading off strip to a buffet called Imperial Sushi Seafood Buffet in Chinatown.
Yeah, this one's a pretty interesting one. I was excited to try it. You know, the whole Chinatown district over there in Las Vegas has grown significantly. And so there's just tons of new restaurants that have opened up over there. And this was one of those restaurants that I was really excited to try.
Yeah, I definitely wanted to try a buffet on off strip. And this definitely fit the bill. And being a seafood buffet, it was definitely a buffet that was on the list. And going through the buffet, there was a lot of dim sum dishes since we came here for lunch, and they're actually pretty good too.
Yeah, I completely agree. I was I don't know how to really explain it. You know, I wasn't expecting a whole bunch, but I wasn't expecting much less either. And so kind of overall, I just thought things were great. Like the food was nice and fresh. They prepared it, almost within a short period of time, so it wasn't just sitting out there forever like you can have at some buffets. And the flavors were just great. I really enjoyed a lot of the different foods that they have. The place, is compared, of course, to those big casinos, isn't quite that size, but it was a pretty nice sized buffet for being in an off-strip buffet.
Yeah, it was definitely a great spot to be. I mean, with the strip getting so busy again, it was nice to actually go to a buffet and not feeling crowded for once.
Yeah, and especially since we came early, we were one of the first people in the door, and so definitely there was lots of space. And the kind of as we were eating, the lunch crowd kind of started coming in, so it did get a little bit busier as we were there. But early on, definitely it was us going up and grabbing whatever we wanted whenever we wanted, and not having to wait in line for anybody or kind of have somebody else in front of us. It was just grab what you want and get it.
Yeah, and this buffet does have a lot of different type of foods. I mean, granted, it is a seafood sushi buffet, so it was expected to have a lot of sushi and a lot of seafood, but it was nice to see that they have a lot of different type of meats too, and also like those cheese top scallops. Those were really, really good.
Yeah, those were actually one of my favorite dishes there. But they had, some unique ones you don't quite find at other buffets, especially if you're staying on the strip and you're just visiting the strip buffets. One of the notable things that I kind of saw was like the shrimp, the full-bodied fried shrimp, where you kind of just take a bite of the entire thing, or at least that's what you're supposed to do. And so you kind of, eat this crispy, crunchy, sweet shrimp that's grilled. But even that, they have a lot of different Asian dishes that just if you really enjoy different Asian foods, this can definitely fill your palate and actually make you nicely fulfilled in terms of Asian foods.
Yeah, another thing to note here is this buffet at the time of recording was $25, I believe, and for that price, that's really, really good deal.
Yeah, I absolutely agree with that comment, because you really get your fill, and the food tasted great. Some of the other things I really enjoyed was the stuffed crab shells, even the pork ribs. Those I also enjoyed. They're not quite the same as you would get from like a normal Texas barbecue, so it's prepared differently, but it's prepared kind of that Asian style, and it was nice. It was tender. It was just overall really good, and for the price you pay to what you get, it was just really nice. It just felt worth it.
Yeah, even the sushi. I mean, the sushi was there's a lot of different varieties of it, and it didn't taste old. And it definitely did taste better than a lot of conveyor belt sushi. I mean, it's a buffet overall, but even the sushi, it was pretty good.
Yeah, there's just lots of things that kind of, surprisingly, if you didn't, at least how I came in expecting not to have the greatest things, but ended up having great things. It just made the experience so much better.
Yeah, and I was looking through the menu of this buffet. They do have lobster nights too, so that is definitely something. If I'm back in Las Vegas again, I'll probably go try that one out.
Yeah, this definitely be one where I would definitely go back, especially if I'm coming down with family. And with my family, they do enjoy buffets, so when I have all of them around and we are in Las Vegas, I'll definitely suggest this one to go try with everybody. Just you're getting a good value, a good deal with what you're getting, so definitely a recommendation to go down.
Yeah, those cheese topped scallops, I think we got like a few of those. I remember going up there and grabbing a few of them. Even like the egg tart was pretty good. I mean, it's not like your typical dim sum egg tart where it's really flaky, but I mean, in terms of for a buffet, it was pretty good. I mean, there's a lot of egg yolk in it, and I would have preferred it to be more flaky, but for a buffet, it's good.
And something to kind of note about the service was really good as well. When we came in, of course, there wasn't a ton of people at that time, so we did get a little more, let's say, personalized service in a sense, but they were definitely standing kind of watching to make sure people kind of, if they saw somebody had some kind of question or something they needed answered, they'd walk by and make sure that they could answer something for you. So they were paying attention, but even without doing that, they were really nice and would come over and check up on us. They would come bring us additional drinks or refills as we were going through. So definitely, nice service, which is something that it's always a plus to have.
Yeah, the service definitely was really good and really attentive. They cleared our plates. That's something that is kind of missed right now in the Vegas Strip buffets, where they're super busy now, so they can't always clear the plates right away. But that is definitely a good feeling to have, so you can always feel like you get more food and you don't have old plates in your way.
And for me, one of the things I actually really enjoyed was the egg rolls. Growing up, I'm always used to kind of the thin rice paper egg rolls, and you can see in the video in the background the egg roll that I did grab, and compared to some other egg rolls with super thick skin that ends up kind of not being crispy and a little bit more chewy, I can just never really enjoy those. There's other buffet videos that we've done, and I've grabbed some egg rolls that are in that way, and so I really appreciate that they made it more, authentically Asian, at least in my mind, because to me that thin rice paper egg roll is what makes an egg roll an egg roll.
Yeah, and going on into the dessert section, it wasn't that many choices, but I mean, they still had ice cream and fruits and other cakes. I didn't really grab anything else. The main thing I did want was that coconut sago soup. It's not really soup, but it's a Asian dessert soup, and that to me was good. I mean, that's one of my favorite ones to have in an Asian restaurant.
Yeah, I ended up actually grabbing the same thing. I thought it was good. I also had the mango cake, and I thought that tasted really well also. And so definitely, you guys got to come out and check out Imperial Seafood Buffet, because it's definitely worth it, especially with the price. And to wrap up our episode is our notable for Imperial Seafood Buffet. And for me, the thing that I kind of really loved a lot was the cheesy topped scallops. I thought those were deliciously sweet and salty. It has a great tender texture for the scallop and a nice creamy sauce with that cheese on top. Super delicious. I went for this one over and over again because I just wanted to have more of it, and it was so good. So definitely, if you are there, I would recommend grabbing this to eat. If you've enjoyed the content you've seen, don't forget to support the channel and hit like and subscribe. And if you want to see additional pictures of food and our travels, go over to our Instagram page and follow us there. And thanks for watching.